Do I need to hire an immigration attorney or can I just do it myself? Hi, I'm Loren Locke. I'm an immigration attorney, and I actually get this question a lot. So let me take a stab at it. It kind of depends on your ultimate goal and how much you want it, how much time you have, and what your resources are about whether you should try to DIY or you should go with a trusted and carefully selected attorney with the right specialty within your need. So immigration is a really broad field, and there are immigration attorneys who are really good, but not at what you need. So if you find an attorney who has a practice area that covers your need and you have a reason to believe that they are highly qualified and experienced in helping people with your problem, then that attorney is probably going to do a better job than you will do on your own. Immigration is rapidly changing. There are all kinds of ways your case can get derailed that are hard to know about if you're not in it day in and day out. Your attorney is aware of form changes and fee changes and filing address changes. Even that constantly changes with USCIS, where to even send it. So getting your petition accepted in the first place seems like it should be really simple, and it's actually surprisingly complicated. I have seen so many people botch really simple stuff that they just didn't know about because they think that the USCIS website will tell them everything they need to know. And without outside knowledge, that's really tricky. Here's another thing. People think if they call customer service at USCIS that they will get an answer that is legal advice. That's not the role of the customer service hotline, and you cannot take what they tell you as legal advice or as a complete answer. You can rely on it, but it's to your detriment. If it's wrong, they're not accountable to the harm that comes to you. So do not substitute calling a free hotline where they are not even purporting to give you legal advice with having your own lawyer. It's not a substitute at all. If you have a lot of time, so time in status, and it's your hobby to be on the Reddit boards and learn about national interest waivers, let's say, and you want to try your hand at it, and you want to build your own profile, and you want to figure it out with your online friends, and you're not really sure what you want to do. Maybe you're in your PhD program and you're going to be here for a while, but you're not even really set on being in the US. It could be worthwhile. Just try and see what you can get. People get approved every single day who filed their own case. That said, if the timing is tight for you, if you have special factors, if the result really matters to you, like you would really be heartbroken if you lose and you're not going to have time to redo it, those factors go toward trying to get it right the first time. Also know that whatever you put in anything that you file with the government, they're going to have forever. So you need to be consistent. The facts about you, things can change. Your address can change. Your age increases. Things change about you all the time. But whatever you said was your history, that needs to be consistent forever. It's really important that if on one filing, you disclose something, you disclose that you have a spouse, then you need to still have that spouse, or that marriage needs to be officially ended in the future. You're going to cause yourself major problems if one time you claim a spouse and kid and the next time they don't exist, and you were asked if they existed and you said they didn't exist, for example. Let's think of an example where people do something. This is a common error that I see. When you file an adjustment of status, you are not going to have the ability to work and travel as a lawful permanent resident until it's approved. If you want interim work and travel authorization, you've got to file extra applications. You've got to file the I-765 for work authorization. That gets you that little card. That's your work permit, the EAD. And you've got to ask for advance parole on the I-131. If you just look up the I-485, at USCIS.gov, they're not going to remind you to do those other 2 forms. And you're going to be waiting a very long time until you can work and travel as a green card holder, because you're not going to get those pending immigrant benefits if you didn't even apply for them in the first place. I have seen really catastrophic errors on really simple things like when you're extending your green card. I've seen people pick out the wrong form, the wrong application. So, if you are removing the conditions because you're going from your 2-year green card as a green card through marriage to get the 10-year one, if you file the I-90 instead of the I-751, you're really in a pickle, because then you miss the deadline to file the I-751. You can't do it. It's going to be a big mess. Lawyers who do this day in and day out, they understand the circumstances, they understand the deadlines, they understand which documents matter. If this is not in your wheelhouse, think about the consequences of having it be messed up and how much that matters to you. You may be a citizen of the world, you have 5 passports already, you don't, it's not that big of a deal if you can stay here or not. If it is a big deal, I would say at the absolute least, get a consultation to figure out if what you're trying to do or want to do is even viable for you and actually the best option. If you picked out the category that you're pursuing based on Googling, you may really be missing something that is pertinent to you, that affects your chances. Maybe there's another entire visa type that would be more appropriate than what you're going for. Maybe the one you're going for some reason you don't understand, isn't going to be viable for you, and wouldn't you like to save your money? I would say anything that lawyers can do in the United States, people can also do without lawyers. You can do your own divorce. You can represent yourself in your own murder trial. And people have done those things successfully at times. You can potentially be successful in your own immigration filing, but it is not without risk. And if it really matters to you, it's really worth considering if you can allocate resources to an immigration attorney to make your first try your best opportunity to get what you're trying to do. Good luck.